Hello, hello. Am I audible? Am I audible? Let me just check from my phone and then we'll be starting the stream. Hello, hello. Am I audible? Am I audible? Let me just check from my phone and then we'll be starting the stream. So yeah, everything is working fine. So we can just start with the stream now, or we can just wait for 2 to 3 minutes and then we'll be starting the stream. And this time I have come a little bit prepared. I'll be using this whiteboard to explain all the things. I already had the uh, like what you can say writing pad, but yeah, I didn't thought to use that. But for like higher difficulty problems, I can't just explain inside LeetCode. So someday or the other, I need to use this whiteboard kind of thing. So yeah, I thought to just start with today's stream. So just wait for a few minutes and then we'll be starting our problem solving. At 11:10 we'll be starting the stream, and yeah, till then if somebody want to ask, they can ask. Or yeah, we can just start the live stream now. Let's not wait till 11:10. We can just start with this easy problem today, and then we'll be taking the two medium ones. I'll be not solving 4 problems today. Instead, I'll be just solving 3 problems today. Yeah. So yeah, let us start with this first problem, that is two sum problem. It is the first problem on LeetCode. So yeah, let us read the first problem statement and then we'll see how we'll be able to solve this particular problem and what is the intuition behind it. From basic brute force up to approach to the optimized approach, we'll see all those things in detail. So wait a minute. Yeah. So given an array of integer nums and an integer target, we need to return indices of two numbers such that they add up to target. So you are given an integer array nums, you need to find two numbers such that their sum is equal to target, and you don't need to actually return the two numbers. Instead, you need to return the indices of those two numbers. So that is what the question is saying. Now you may assume that each input would have exactly one solution and you may not use the same element twice. So this is just the additional information that they have given, and we can return the answer in any order. So this is the additional information that you may assume that each input would be each input would have exactly one solution. So if we don't need to take care of the situation where we have multiple solutions, like multiple elements adding up to a particular target. So we don't need to assume that only one pair will exist. So that's what we need to return, and we can't use same element twice. So for example, there is an array which has element 2, 4 and 6, and our target is let's say 8. So you can't choose 4 and 4. You can choose 2 and 6, but you can't choose 4 and 4 because 4 is coming only one number of times. So this is what they have said. And if you take two numbers who add up to target, actually you don't want to return those two numbers, you actually need to return the indices of two numbers. So how to return those two indices? You can return it in any order you want. So this is the problem. So let us take this first example and try to understand in more better way, and then we'll be looking at the brute force and the optimized solution approaches. So the nums is having 2, 7, 11, 15 and target is 9. So 2, 7, 11, 15. So we can just take this particular example. Yes. So the nums, so let me just take some other color pen. Let us take black. So nums is 2, 7, 11, 15, and what was the target? Target is 9. So yeah, spare me for my handwriting, it is a little bit bad because I have not done the correct setup, so it is a bit difficult for me to approach this way. I'll do a proper setup, and maybe from after few streams this thing will be sorted. So yeah, so target is 9. Now you need to take two numbers whose target is target is equal to 9, whose sum is equal to 9, and that is this given target. So you can see, you can take 2 and you can take 7. So 2 plus 7 will be equal to 9. So you can say, okay, what are these indices? Let us mark these indices as 0, 1, 2 and 3. So you don't need to return answer 2 comma 7. You need to return answer 0 comma 1 or 1 comma 0 in order, in any order you want. So both are acceptable. So this is what the problem is saying. Now how do we solve this particular problem? So first is the brute force approach. So let us see the brute force approach first. Yes. So first we will be seeing brute force. So what will be the brute force approach? Just try out each and every element with each and every other element. So for example, you have this particular array. Let us assume there are some numbers written on it. So first your index, first one of your pointers will be pointing to this first element, and you also have some target given. Now for this element you will try to pick each and every other element. So Aryan saying hello. Hello Aryan, how are you? So for this particular element you will try to take its partner every other element. So for example, for this particular first element you will try to take this element, you will try to take this element, you will try to take this element, and if any of them, any of their sums return us equal to, which gives us the sum equal to target, then we will return that particular both of the indices. If that doesn't return from any of the pair, so what we will do, we will check with the next element. So we will be here. So now we'll be going on to check make pair of this element with each and every other element. So what we will do now, our main element will be this, and we'll try to make summation with each and every other element. So we will not choose this element because obviously if we had already taken this element, so this pair was already counted. So we will always take wherever our I pointer is currently at. So our j pointer will start from I plus 1. So now we'll be pairing up with this particular element and this particular element. So you see what we are doing. So we'll be running two for loops. So yeah, some Joga Banito has already written in this chat that we need to use loops. So yeah, it is correct. So in the brute force approach, what we will do, we will run two for loops. One for loop will be for I, which will be for going from 0 up till n. Let's say n is the like length of the array, length of the nums array. The second for loop will be for j, which will be starting from I plus 1, and it will be going up till n. And we will try if nums of I plus let me just write it, nums of j, if it is equal to target, then we can return so let me take other color pen. So we can return I and j from here. So this is how the pseudo code will look. So this was the brute force approach, but this is not the correct solution because its time complexity will go up till n square, because we are running two for loops which have the length which will go up till max to max n elements. So for this, each and every element will run n number of times. So for n elements, it will run up for n cross n number of time. So n cross n is nothing but n square. So the time complexity will be n square. So if you look at the constraints of the problem, num's length is 10 raised to the power 4. So if you write this solution, you will get TLE. So this solution will not be applicable. So even though if you want, you can just try it out by writing this particular code, but it will give us TLE. So what will be the optimized solution? The optimized solution will be using the hash map. So yes. So now we will be talking about the optimized solution. So what we will be doing in the optimized solution, instead of trying for each and every elements finding the pair, what we will do, we will try to find the difference with the target and the current element. So let me show you what I am saying. So initially we had the nums array as 2, 7, 11 and 15. So what we will do, we will do a single iteration on this entire array nums. So when we are at 2, we will check, and the target was given as 9. So when we are at 2, we will check whether target minus 2 exists in our map or not. Why target minus 2? Because if we want to make a pair sum equal to some particular value, so if you want to make, let's say, x plus y equal to z, and you already know x, so you can find y as z minus x. So simple logic will be applying here also. So if you are at 2, you will check whether my pair exists or not. So when you are at 2, you will check inside your map whether target minus this current nums of I exists inside your map or not. If it exists, you will return the current I, and whatever the target minus nums of I, that particular value's index is, that will be returning. So inside our map, at each and every time, we'll be just pushing indices of the elements inside our map for the corresponding number. So let me just do the simple dry run for this part, so that you can easily able to understand what I am saying. So we can write this entire array again, which is 2, 7, 11, 15, and let's say our map is here. So let's say this is our map. Currently it is empty. So currently our map is empty. So we'll be first iterating to this particular element. We'll be just iterating the nums array. The first element will be 2. So you will check. So target is what? Target is 9. So you will check in this particular map whether target minus nums of I exists inside our map or not. So what is target minus nums of I? Target minus nums of I in this case is 7. So you check inside the map. So map is currently empty. So nothing inside, nothing exists. So we can't find a pair of 2 and 7 for now. Okay, for now we are not able to find. Maybe in future. So maybe in future we might find 7. So for that we need to store 2 currently. So we'll be, if we are not able to find this particular difference inside our map, so no problem, just store the current element with its index inside our map, and then maybe in future we might find some 7 and we'll be able to make the pair, right? So now what we'll be doing, we'll be storing 2 inside our map with index as 0, and now we'll be moving forward with the second element. So there is some chat. So Vikram, hello sir, I am currently a third year and just started DSA doing Strawberry Street, but I am just watching lectures which I think are taking a lot of time and I am not solving any problem. Am I doing it wrong? Watching tutorial is not easy, but just only watching tutorial will be not a good thing, because you need to practice problem in order to get good at DSA. So which language? So Yeah, so somebody has already answered. So Chetan has asked भाई तेरा लीड कोड कैसा चल रहा है. Yeah, it is going good. I do solve one problem daily, the daily challenge one. मेरा तो साइट ही नहीं ओपन हो रहा. हाँ, ओके, आई अंडरस्टूड. सो लीड कोड. Oh, okay. So now I understood. So yeah, like this was already open tab before the live stream started. So that's why maybe you are seeing this. Maybe, uh, yeah, lead code might have stopped for now. So is it okay to practice DSA in JS? So Joga Banito, like I prefer to say either use C++ or Java. JS is not like a very popular thing. Bro, मेरा स्ट्रीक टूट जाएगा. Maybe LeetCode will like start maybe within half an hour or so, because in evening also the site was down for a while, but it then like the servers were up. So fake co is saying by tree karwa. Yeah, maybe we'll be taking tree questions in further stream, but for now we'll be taking with the two sum merge interval and some like parenthesis problem for today. So yeah, for now we'll just solve with this particular problem. So yeah, where were we? So now we'll be at 7. So now for this particular 7 we will find again target minus nums of I. So currently target will be 9 and nums of I will be 7, so it will be 2. So we will find whether 2 exists inside our map or not. So yes, 2 exists inside our map and its index is 0. So from here we can say that okay, one pair exists of two numbers, which is 7 and 2. So what you need to return? You need to return nums of I. Sorry, not nums of I. You need to return I as well as this particular index. So MP, this will be nothing but your map MP of what? So let me just write in this next line. So this will be what? MP of target minus nums of I. So target minus nums of I is 2. So MP of 2 will return you 0. So I and MP of target minus nums of I. So this will be returned as 1, 0. So this is how we'll be proceeding with this particular problem. So I hope you understand this optimized approach as well. So we can just directly write the code now. Maybe now my lead code will also shut down. Let me just try it in some different tab. Maybe it is working or not. Yeah, lead code is very slow for now. Yeah, it's timed out. So maybe like we'll not be able to solve this in this code editor. So no problem. We can just like do coding in this Excalidraw thing. Excalidraw. Will it be fine? Then we can just go forward with that. So Vikram is asking, should I just read documentation on DSA and solve problems instead of learning from lecture? No, like you can read documentation, but you can follow the video lecture and then solve problem. Video lecture and then solve problem. So if you watch a particular video lecture, then solve all kind of variation after that. So that would help you a lot more. So we can just write the code here, or maybe in some different code editor or whatever. But LeetCode is not working, so we'll not be able to like test the entire test cases and all of that. So yeah, let us just write a kind of pseudo code, or like a proper C++ code. Maybe after we end up writing the entire code, it might start working again, who knows. So let's say we have already given a function and the nums array is given. So let's say we first take int n equals to nums dot size. So nums dot size is there. So first we'll create an unordered map. Why unordered map? Because here ordering doesn't matter, we just need to find if some element exists inside our map or not. So unordered map of integer comma integer, because one will be number and one will be the nums of I and other will be what its index. Do not run the code, just implement and leave it there. Okay, we can also do that, but for next problems the gateway error will be there, so how will we do that? Is there okay, so now LeetCode is working. So yeah, we don't need to do this inside this Xcali draw. So yeah, thank you. The LeetCode is working now, so let me just set up this a little bit. It is a bit complicated today to write with writing pad. I need to make a proper setup. Try a different code editor, but now I think LeetCode is working. My LeetCode is running. Like if I just open LeetCode Aryan Singh, it is working now. It might be slow, but yeah, it's okay. We can just implement for now here in the code editor. So integer n will be nothing but nums dot size. Then we will create an unordered map of int comma int, which will be mp. And what we'll do, we will just do the iteration on the entire nums array. So for int I 0 up till I less than n, I plus plus. So what we need to do, we need to check whether target minus nums of I exists inside our map or not. So if what is this, mp dot find target minus nums of I is not equal to mp dot end. So what is this saying? So if this particular target minus nums of I exists inside our map, so that means we need to return the both of the indices. So what we can do, we can create a, or we don't need to create another vector, we can just return from here also. So return return I comma mp of target minus nums of I. So I is nothing but the current element, and the its pair who from which he'll sum up to make the target, that will be nothing but mp of target minus nums of I. So we'll be returning that. Otherwise we can just store its particular index inside our map. So what we can do, mp of nums of I equal to I. So in the end, if it exists, it would be returning from here. Otherwise we can just return something empty. So there is no condition that we need to return -1 or something like that. They have said that only one valid answer will exist. So yes, so we can just try to run this particular thing side by side. Let me just check this stream is working or not. Yeah, it is working. So maybe LeetCode will be running very slow for now. Yeah, LeetCode is working. So Param SH Tech is saying keep going, thank you. Yeah, so it is working on the example test case. So let us just submit that. Hopefully it runs on every other test case too. So yeah, it got accepted, and this was the logic that we built. So we have seen the pseudocode of the brute force approach, why we shouldn't use the brute force approach, what is the optimized approach, and what is its implementation. We have discussed everything for this particular problem. So in this live stream I'll be only solving 3 problems. I'll not solve the 4th hard one because I have some throat infection, so it is very difficult for me to speak. So that's why I'll be just solving 3 problems today. so I hope you won't mind. So yeah, we can just solve the next problem. We'll be taking the other two problems as one as a parenthesis kind of problem, and the other one would be like merge interval kind of thing. So I think the lead code is again down. Let me just check. Yeah, so lead code is down. So yeah, we can just wait until it is there. Yeah, thank you, CM. Thank you. So no problem. Until then, we can just discuss if you have something to ask in the chat. If within 15-20 minutes the server is not up for the lead code, like there is no point then waiting just for this thing. So maybe we would just end the stream, or we will just discuss in the chat. So if you want to ask something, we can just discuss. So if you want to ask something, we can just. How you come up with hash map? Could have used sorting. Like, bro, which college? I'm currently doing a job. I have graduated from college. I have work experience of like 1.5 years now. But before I was in PDEU Gandhinagar. Mm, Yoga Bani to like I didn't understand like how sorting will be applicable because like I didn't understand like how it will be possible. If you have any idea how sorting approach will work, you can share and then we can discuss. Oh, why isn't LeetCode working? So I don't know why it is not working. It is like maybe there is some issue with that. I don't know. So nano package. Let us not talk about the package. Let us keep some things private. I hope you won't mind this thing. I am facing TLE in most of the hard problems. So basically, in hard problems, uh, yeah, there are a lot of like optimizations needed. Like, can you tell me a specific problem in which you face TLE so that I can give you a more better idea? Because if you talk about DP, so majority of the cases that I have seen, that why I have got TLE in DP hard problems is that uh, we need to use some kind of bit like a bit masking thing which would reduce the time or something like that. So this could be one of the reason if your hard problem consists of DP, or if you are using if you faced TLE in one of the like recursion hard problems, then maybe there would be the case like you didn't have done a lot of pruning. So you need to do pruning so that it doesn't like search in invalid conditions as well. So DP would be like yeah, in DP like there are various variations as well, like digit DP and all of that. So you need to study like digit DP, DP bit masking. So DP bit masking would be the, I think, higher probability that you might be getting TLE, because that was the thing happened with me also. So when I used to solve DP hard problems from medium to hard, when I shifted, I thought everything is correct. So why it is giving me TLE? but then I used to know like, okay, this is now how it works. Now we need to think in terms of bit masking and all of that. So Yoga Bonito, I have no idea, man. Recently started journey. GPT is my guide for how, and somewhere I read if array is sorted, you can use sorting. I really don't know much. Maybe in the question. Yeah, Yoga Bonito, the example that we have taken, in that example, the array was sorted. It was not like the array was by default given to us sorted. So, if you open this problem again, side by side, let me just open another problem also. So that LeetCode doesn't go down before that. Let's say we take generate parenthesis. So the problems, like the example that we have discussed, Yoga Bonito, in that the numbers were given as 2, 7, 11, 15. So in that case, like you thought like, okay, this is sorted, but actually it was not sorted. Actually, the question has not specifically mentioned that always it will be sorted. So that's why the sorting will not be applicable here. So let me show you. So yeah, if you take the second example, this is not a sorted one. So I hope you got what I'm trying to say. Let me just open the last problem as well that we'll be discussing, which will be what? Interval kind of problem. Yeah, we can take merge interval. So first we'll be solving generate parenthesis, and then we'll be solving merge intervals. So let us just keep both of the problems open so that even if the server goes down of the LeetCode, we can still solve our problem, and when the server are up, we can just submit our code. So till that time, let me just clear everything. Is there option to clear all? Select all. Delete. Now we'll be solving generate parenthesis. So till then I can just write it here. Tomorrow please solve LRU or LFU. Okay, so okay, in tomorrow's stream we'll be solving that LRU or LRU cache problem. Yeah, so let us read this particular problem, generate parenthesis. So given n pairs of parentheses, so you'll be given n as the number, as the pair of parentheses, not the actual pairs of parentheses, but the number itself, like 1, 2 or 3, like that. So we need to write a function to generate all combinations of well formed parentheses. So what is the meaning of well formed parentheses? Well formed parentheses means if you have starting, it should have closing as well, in the like kind of what you can say, in the balanced manner. So if you see this first example, so if there are 3 starting or you can say open brackets, so after that you will be seeing 3 closed as well. So 3 open, 3 closed, so it is balanced. So that is what is called well formed parenthesis. Do you have Discord also? No, Aryan Singh, I do not have Discord. Dracula is asking for college. So I am currently working as like software developer. I am not in college, but before that I was in PDPU, which is in Gandhinagar. So Arya Jain is saying, isn't LeetCode down? Yeah, it was down, but currently it is running. It is running very slow, but yeah, it is currently up. Someone please tell my shows. Yeah, so because we have already opened this particular problem before, so that's why it is showing this screen. But otherwise also it is not loading, so mine is also down actually. Same here, yeah. So Dhruv Saraswat, yeah, hello Dhruv. So yeah, so let's say you are given n is equal to 3, so you need to generate all possible balanced parenthesis combinations. So one combination is like this, other combination can be like this and so on and so forth. You can have many combinations. So in this kind of problem, generally stack is used in parenthesis kind of problem, but here stack will not be applicable. Why? Because we need to generate something. Stack will be applicable when we need to do some kind of like check operation, or like check whether something is balanced or not. So in that case we would have used stack, but here we need to generate the combinations. So in wherever there is a kind of generate something or like that, that means we need to try out all possibilities using backtracking. So same way we'll be using backtracking. So even if you look at the constraints of the problem is very low. So this also somewhere gives us the idea that we need to use something kind of recursion backtracking idea. So that is what we'll be doing. So let us see how we'll be doing this particular problem. It is actually very straightforward. So we need to just take care of the conditions. We just need to take care of the base cases. Otherwise it is pretty much easy. So let us take this n equal to 3 example only. So in that the first output was given as, first combination was given as something like this. So here you can see 3 open, 3 closed. Let's say the other example something like this. Yeah, so here 2 open, 2 closed, and after that 1 open, 1 closed. So you see there is a balance kind of thing. So how we need to create that balance in order to generate combination, that is what we need to find out. So what we can do, we need to keep track of these open brackets and we need to keep track of these closed brackets. So what we can do, we can take two variables, open and let's say closed. So first of all, always and always open bracket will come, never it will happen that closed bracket has come and after that open. No, this is not balanced. First always open bracket will come and then only closed bracket will come. Then only we can say that okay, we can create a balanced one. So what we will do, let me just go down a little bit. So yeah, we'll be keeping track of the counters of this opened brackets and closed brackets. So we will check when we can use open bracket and when we can use closed bracket. So if n is given to as 3, so from the above example, or if you can see in this particular example also, so if n is given as 3, so we can at max use 3, not at max, we need to use, not at max, we need to use 3 open and 3 closed by any way to make that balance. So we can use open brackets only and only if the value of open is less than n currently. So if value of open is less than n currently, so we can put a open bracket here in this case. Now this was the case when we need to use an open bracket. Now when we can use a closed bracket, so closed bracket will always used after open bracket. So what condition it will hit? The condition will be that we need to use closed bracket. We need to use closed bracket if and only if its value is less than open, not even equal to open. In both of the cases, not even equal to n or not even equal to open. Less than n for open and less than like closed less than n for less than open should be less than n and closed should be less than open. So when we say that okay, open is less than n, so we will put an open bracket, and when we can say that okay, closed is less than open, so we will be choosing a closed bracket. So let me show you how this will be proceeded with this particular problem. So let us take this same example. so n is 3. So currently our open is 0, not write O, let's say open is 0 and closed is also 0. So there is something chat, recursion memoization. So in this case recursion memoization, like it is a simple backtracking problem. Why do you need to like memoize that? And it will not be like memoized, I don't think so. Or rather you are asking for solving problems on recursion memoization. Like we can do this with like DP also by somehow or some way or the other. Yeah, DP is memoization is possible. Yeah, you are right. On basis of open and close we can memoize that, because there will be two changing parameters, open and close, so maybe on that basis we can memoize it. But yeah, if constraints are working, so normal recursion thing will be also acceptable, or not recursion, actually backtracking will be acceptable. So currently we have n equal to 3 and open equal to 0. So always think in terms of open bracket. Always first open bracket will be placed. So first condition will be checked for open bracket only. So yes, open is less than n, so we can create a open bracket. Now from here there can be many possible scenarios. I'll not draw the entire recursion tree, I'll just take one example. So again recursion happens. So this one was already there. So again now the open value is 1. So you will check, okay, 1 is less than 3. So we can again put an open bracket. So we'll update this open to 2, and then again it will go like this. And now we will again check, okay, open is 2 and n is 3. So open is again less than 3. So we'll again put an open bracket. Now open is updated to 3. Now we will check whether open is less than n or not. So no, now open is not less than n. So what we can do, we can now check for the condition for the closed one. So now we have the closed one as 0 and open as 3. So we can just ignore this thing. So closed is 0, which is less than open, which is 3. So what we can do from here, this is our current scenario. Now we can place our closed bracket. So now we can update our closed value to 1. Now again we will check whether closed is less than open. Yes, it is less than open, so we can again put a closed bracket. Similarly, it will be updated if it will update the count. So again 2 is less than 3, so we can again add a bracket for closed one, and now it is 3. So now neither open condition will be followed nor this particular closed condition will be followed. So now we need to return this particular combination. So how do we return the combination? If n is given to as 3, so what will be the length of valid combinations? 3 open, 3 closed. So what should be the total length? Total length should be 6. That is nothing but twice the length, twice the n value. So when we reach the string size to be twice of n, so from there we can say that, okay, we found a valid combination, so return from here. So this is what we'll be doing. So I hope you understand this particular problem. A simple try to generate all possible kind of combination thing. Yeah, this is not actually like, it is recursion only not backtracking, but we generally tend to say recursion backtracking together, so that's why I said backtracking. Actually it is recursion only. We can, yeah, obviously use DP to memoize that also. It is no problem. It is recursion only. So we can just write the code now. If you have any doubt, you can ask it in the chat, or we can just move forward with the code. So yeah, I think no doubts are there, so we can just write the code now. So Dhruv, Saraswat, yeah, if you have any doubt you can ask. Dhruv, I live in Ahmedabad. So Joga bani to This is tough but interesting. Yeah, DSA is always interesting. Not only this particular problem. When you solve DP, the things more become the things becomes more interesting. When you solve graph problems, the things more become interesting. How many questions do I have to solve for basic understanding? So for basic understanding, like maybe like for to cover each and every topic, maybe like 200 problems, 300 problems will be enough to get a clear idea of each and every topic, starting from basic arrays up till the hardest of hard graphs and DP as well. So 300 problem will be enough to have a basic understanding. Now to master that depends on person to person, uh, depends on the level of understanding that person has and all of that. Some people might get expert in just 500 problems, some might take 1000. It depends. I think simple recursion can lead to TLE in this problem. No, it will not lead to TLE in this problem, because the n value is given as 8. If it would be like something like 100, 200, then it would give us TLE. Then we need to memorize that and use DP thing. I am watching Pratyush. Like I didn't understand what is that. I am currently on prefix sum. Okay. Like I don't know who is Pratyush actually. You are on prefix sum, that is fine. Should I blindly trust them? So like I just want to mention this thing also. I have mentioned in the sidebar as well. There is my particular website, Code Tips. So if you want to have like cover 80 to 90% of the DSA topics, I have a problem sheet as well, where I cover pattern wise DSA problems and a clear roadmap that you need to follow. This problem should be solved first, then this problem, then this problem. A clear path I have made of 278 problems from 15 topics and 72 different DSA patterns. So you can try it out here. So for example, in array you can see prefix sum is a pattern. So these are all the problems which have the same ideology related to prefix sum. Then we have cadence algorithm, then we have hashing, then we have interval kind of problem. If you look at the DP thing, you can see 1D DP problems, to grid DP problems, knapsack problems, LCS problems, LIS problems, partition DP, all of that. So this is completely free website. You can just visit this. This is a guest user kind of website. Sign in is not necessary. Only if you want to track progress and mark anything for revision, then you need to sign in. Otherwise, this is just a free to use website and a guest user based website. Also, I have written my own way of thinking in terms of editorials, how I think, how I see the observations, how I approach it. If I have some doubts in my mind, so I mention those doubts as well. In the end, I also tell why this particular code works if somebody has some problem. So in this, when I was practicing this problem, so I had some doubt, like how is this even working. So I answered it to myself, and I now explaining in terms of editorial, like what I think. I share those things. In the end, complexity analysis and all of that. So code will be in C++, Java and Python. Also, if you are already done a good amount of DSA, you can give your profile review for free to me. So this also does not require sign in process. So yeah, if you want to visit this website, you can visit this. I have also written some blogs as well on DSA, cheat sheet kind of thing, tips and tricks I have discussed here. So yeah, if you want to visit the website URL is in the sidebar, the left sidebar. I have already mentioned codetips.site it is. So if you want, you can visit this particular platform. So okay, so Pratyush teach DSA pattern wise, but yeah, I haven't watched Pratyush videos, so that's why I'm saying like I don't know about that thing. So Joga Banito, I am logged in, bro. Glad I joined this stream. Yeah, thank you for joining this stream. So Dhruv, sir, how you tackle problems? I have solved more than 370 plus problem, but still gets confused or blank whenever I tackle one, two, three good problems. This happened with me also, Dhruv. The only thing that would help is to keep going. If you are not able to solve particular problem, just see the solution, and from the solution try to understand why your solution didn't work, why this solution worked, what is different in this particular problem uh, that you didn't thought. So you need to do the grinding, like for a particular problem you need to give like at least 40 to 50 minutes, then only you will be able to actually understand in detail about the problems and all the observations that you can derive for it. Like it is said that, like, even if you can't solve hard problem in the contest, you still need to look inside that particular problem so that you can think what the question is trying to say. You can at least have your memory kind of thing, like, okay, this is how I can think in hard problems, this like a memory mapping kind of thing. So just try out, just continue doing what you are doing. It happened with me also. But my story, I will say, I got comfortable in DSA after solving 700 problems on LeetCode. So 370 is like, just you can say, half the way. So just keep trying, you will be good at it for sure. So let us just do the coding part now. So what we can do, we can create a vector of string result, you can say, and we'll be calling a recursive function called solve, which will give us all the valid combinations. So not return actually, we'll be just calling that solve function, and in the end we'll be returning the result. So in that particular solve function we'll be passing our result and the open value and the closed value. So open value will be 0 initially, closed value will be also 0 initially, and also the current combination. So you can see result will be an array, but what is the current combination? So the current combination also that you need to find out. So that will be initially empty. So now what you need to do, we need to write this recursive function called solve. So this will be a void function, it does not return anything. Now you need to just take these parameters. So vector of string which will be result, and what is the next thing? The next thing is n, and the other thing is open and close, and last one is the string which is current. So the current string is basically the current combination. So first one is the base case. The base case will be when what you can say, your current dot size becomes equal to twice of n. So when it becomes twice of n, that means you find a valid combination. So you just need to push that combination into your result, and after that return. What can be the second thing now? The second thing can be to add a particular bracket. Now what bracket you need to add? Either open bracket or close bracket. So first always you need to choose an open bracket, because you can't choose a closed bracket before open bracket. So always try to put open bracket first. So what will be the condition for the open bracket? So when open is less than n, then only you can put the open bracket. So yeah, now we'll be calling a recursive function in which we'll be passing a result, and n value will remain same. Open will now become open plus 1, close will remain same, and your current string will be what? Current string will be nothing but current plus this particular open bracket. Yeah, so this is how it will look. What can be the other thing? Other thing can be putting the close bracket. So close bracket will be put when it is less than open. So when close is less than open, so we can just copy the same thing, solve here and here, and result will remain same, n will remain same, open will not change, here close will change by plus 1, and current will be adding a close bracket to it. And yeah, this will be the thing, and we can simply return from here. So I think this will work fine. Let us try to run on some example test case. So result, okay, so result we can just do. So yeah, it is getting correct answer on example test cases. Let us submit this and try to see if it gets correct on all the test cases or not. So yeah, it got accepted. So yeah, this is how recursion thing will work here. So I hope you understand this problem. Let us solve the last problem for today. That will be of what I had chosen, interval kind of thing. So yeah, now LeetCode is thankfully running fine. Merge intervals, let's say, let us take that. So yeah, now we can discuss some doubts for next 5 to 10 minutes. Sir, I am in 4th year, I need job as well. Can you review my resume and provide me some suggestions or advices? How can I crack a 1, 2, 3 job? Yeah, you can send me your resume on LinkedIn. I'll just review that. Joga Banito, then how you decided to drop exact 278 problem that covers most of it? Just curious, not trying to counter or anything. Yeah, Joga Banito, 278 not is not a number that I come across beforehand while making this website. When I was, let's say for example, choosing the questions for array, so I tried out different patterns. So first I listed all the patterns. So I choose the very popular problems in those particular patterns. So let's say in cadence algorithm, the maximum subarray problem is the most famous one. So I took that. Then I looked on to the similar problems with the similar concept. So in that there will be product array except self, let's say for example. So I added that also. So now again with this similar concept and example, do I find any relevant question or not? So if I find, I try to add that, but I make sure that similar problems doesn't get repeated more than 3 to 4 number of time. Otherwise it would be just kind of like doing same thing again and again, and it would not be a learning thing. So this is how I made this sheet. So I looked at the pattern, choose the most famous problem from that pattern, and try to think what all similar problems are there, either by looking in the similar problem section, or just when I actually solve those problems, I also have created some kind of list in which I have marked some important questions. So from that I have taken that. So I have my some private list as well, so where I have all my like kind of pattern wise backtracking problem and all of that. So when I used to practice, I used to prepare a private list of mine. So from that I have taken. So it is not a like fixed number. I have thought I will only take 278 problems. It is just happened when I just complete making the like completed the sheet. Okay, we can just continue this merge interval thing, but before that let me check the stream whether it is running fine or not. So yeah, all right, thank you. Yeah, welcome Joga Banito. So yeah, we can just start with this particular problem, merge interval. So given an array of intervals where interval of I equal to start of I comma end of I, we need to merge all overlapping intervals and return an array of non-overlapping interval that covers all the intervals in the input. So a pretty confusing problem statement, I would say. So this is the intervals array. So IRL Vansh. So hi Vansh. So interval will consist of a starting value and ending value, which will denote the starting and ending of the interval. Now we need to merge all the overlapping intervals. So for example, if you have 1 3 and you have 2 6, so you can see this 2 6 is partially overlapping 1 3, so we can merge this as a single interval from 1 to 6. So this is what the question is saying. So we need to return all the intervals after merging the appropriate intervals inside a single interval. So for example, you can see 1 3 2 6 has been merged with 1 comma 6, so this is one merged interval. 8 comma 10 can't be merged with anyone, so it is a single merged interval itself, and same for 15 comma 18. So after merging all possible intervals, our output will be this, so that's why we return this. Nice, Mike, what you are doing. So we are just solving LeetCode problems here. We do daily live stream at 11 p.m. IST. So yeah. So we can just understand with the help of taking example and drawing explanation. It will be more easy. So select all, delete. So yeah, we can just try to start with the merge interval question. We need to select a pen, black. Yeah. So the question has given the merge interval option as this. 1 comma 3 will be the interval. Let us take with different colors. 2 comma 6 will be some interval. 2 comma 6. Then 8 comma 10 was there, I think. Yeah, 8 comma 10 was there. So let's say 8 comma 10 is somewhere here. 8 is here, 10 is here. So this will one interval, and I didn't remember the last interval. It was 15 18. Okay, so let's say the 15 18 is this one. 15 is here, 18 is here. So yeah, so after merging, what you can see this two this two thing is overlapping this part, so we can merge this particular interval into single interval. So it will become what? It will become 1 2 6, a single interval. Now 8 comma 10 is not anywhere overlapping with anyone, and similarly 15 comma 18 is also not overlapping with anyone, so we can keep those as it is. So 8 comma 10 will be there, and 15 comma 18 will be there. So yeah, these are the three intervals that we'll be getting after merging all the intervals. So that's what we are returning. But now it is not that straightforward problem, because in this particular test case we were given everything in sorted order. But let's say I just like jumbled something. So instead of given me something like this, so these were the intervals given: 1 comma 3, then it was, let's say, 2 comma 6, then it was 8 comma 10, and then it was 15 comma 18. So this was the actual interval given, but let's say I modified it. Some other input was given, something like this: 1 comma 3, then let's say 8 comma 10, then let's say 2 comma 6, and then let's say 15 comma 18. So now when we draw the timeline will become same. The timeline will look same because it is based on coordinates. But we do not want to do anything with the timeline. We are given this particular vector, so we need to iterate on this vector, right? We do not want to iterate on the timeline, we need to iterate on the vector. So is this the correct input by which we can visualize this entire 2D array in terms of timeline? No, it is not the correct way, because you can see after 1 comma 3, so let's say this is 1, this is 3, it is giving 8 comma 10. So that means after taking this particular interval we need to take 8 comma 10. But no, we need to first encounter this 2 comma 6 2 comma 6 somewhere here, not here, 2 comma 6 here, and we need to first merge it with 1 comma 3, and then we need to go to 8 comma 10. So what we will do, on basis of starting value we will sort each and everything. So let me just do this again. So after sorting, what will be happening, our input will look something like this: 1 comma 3, 2 comma 6, 8 comma 10, and 15 comma 18. So now we can see that okay, everything is sorted on basis of starting value. Now we can iterate easily, because now we know that okay, if 1 is the starting value, and after that let's say 2 is the starting value and 8 is the starting value, I can't expect 3 value after 8. That is for sure. So either 3 was already merged before or it doesn't exist. So just for that we need to sort it in basis of starting value, so that we can iterate in terms of timeline, not actually timeline. We are not actually iterating on any timeline, that was just for visualization, but actually timeline, actually in terms of interval we need to visualize the timeline. So this is what I am saying. Now the main question is, how do we actually merge this interval? Because we have seen this 1 comma 3, this 1 comma 3, and this 2 comma 6 were actually getting merged to single 1 comma 6. So how do we merge that? So what will be the condition of merge? So let's say our currently iterator is here, and current merged interval till now we have 1 comma 3. So let's say current merged interval till now that we have is 1 comma 3, and the iterator, that the current interval that we are iterating on, let's say it, is 2 comma 6. So how we can say that okay, this is overlapping? So you can see, if the iterator's first value is less than current's last value, that means obviously this will be overlapping, because this is after the starting value of this. So obviously you can see the overlapping part, this thing. So we can say that okay, this will be overlapping, but how do we actually overlap them? Now this is the next part. So to overlap it, what we will do, the starting value will remain same, so that will be obviously current of 0. So starting value will remain same, but what will be the ending value? So ending value will depend, either we need to take this value as the ending value or this value as the ending value. So we need to take maximum of what? Current of 1 and it of 1. So among that, whatever is the maximum we need to take. Now why this is the case? So let me show you with example, because we can understand in more clearly. So in this case you can see it is 1 3 and 2 6. So in this case you can see the after merging it will be the 6 will be the last value, because 6 is greater than 3. But what if there is a case in which I say we have 1 6 and let's say 2 4. So we have 1, we have 6, this is one interval, we have 2, we have 4, this is one interval. So in this case our ending value will not be 4, our ending value will be 6. So maximum of both of these, so whatever is maximum among both of these we need to take that. So this is how we'll be merging. So I hope you understand this thing. Now we can just write it on the code part. So let us see. So there are some chat. So employed or college? Yeah, I am already employed. I have work experience of 1.5 years. So Anirudh is there. I have started DSA some 20 days ago. I have solved some 11-12 problems. Could you solve 3-4 problems by could solve 3-4 problems by myself? Remaining question I had to see solutions, but then I understood well. Yeah, like if you look at the solution, that is not the problem, but you need to give time even after looking at the solution. Like if you look at the solution, you understand it, you run the code, you write the code by yourself, that is fine, but you need to also think that why your solution initially did not work, then only you will improve, right? So keep that thing also in mind. Give at least some time in a particular problem. uh, if you look at the solution, try to find observations from the correct solution and your solution, where did you lack and where did this particular solution work. So that will help you a lot. So Manas Singh, yeah, hi Manas. So Anirudh just phoned us. Okay. So yeah, very good to hear. Thank you, Dhruv. Really means a lot. Crazy, bro. Thank you, bro. Refer me. The company in which I work basically hires on the basis of campus placements only. So in that case, like, I can't help you. Sorry to say that. Understood explanation fully, but still can't write code of that. So no problem, Joga Banito. We will just write the code now. In that case, you will be able to understand in more better way, I would say. So first, uh, we need to sort everything on basis of start value, right? So we will just do sorting of the intervals that are given to us. So intervals dot begin, comma, intervals dot end, let's say. So we have sorted. So which company, bro? I am currently working in Hyperlink Infosystem, which is in Ahmedabad. Bro, I did BSc CS. Is it okay to enter it? Sorry, what is your name? Tamil Arasan. I hope I pronounced it correctly. So I don't have idea about BSc CS, so I can't like comment anything on that. So yeah, we have sorted everything on basis of starting values. Now what we need to do, we need to find the overlapping intervals and merge those. So for that, we need to make sure we have current interval that we need to merge upon. So we will make a current vector, current integer vector, which will be the current merge interval. So in this particular case, we have seen, like, initially we were at 1 comma 3. So 1 comma 3 was the current interval which we need to merge with 2 comma 6. So after merging, this 1 comma 6 will be the current merge interval. So that is what I am saying. So now we will be iterating on this entire interval. So we'll be starting from 1, and this current will be initialized with what? Intervals of 0. So obviously we'll be starting a merge operation with the first element. So yeah, and now we need to see what all overlapping intervals are there. So first interval is already a part of current interval, so we need to start it with the index 1. So I is less than n, I plus plus. So we haven't declared an integer n, so no problem. Int n equal to intervals dot size. So yeah, now we need to see whether it is mergeable or not. So whether it is overlapping or not. So how do we check whether it is overlapping or not? So again, we can see here, we have seen if current's first value is greater than it's first value. Like, let me just write it here clearly. Otherwise it will be more confusing. If current 1 is greater than or equal to it of 0, that means it is mergeable. That means it is overlapping. So that is what I am saying. So in this case, whether we should name it it, let's say we will take, instead of it, we will be taking interval of I, or let's say we take, yeah. So it will be what? So if intervals of I comma what? I comma 0, if it is less than equal to current current of 1, that means it is overlapping. See the same thing that I have written here. If current of 1 is greater than equal to it of 0, so if current of 1 is greater than equal to of interval of I comma 0, or you can say interval of it of 0 is less than equal to current of 1, one and the same thing, just like change the way of writing and name the change the variable names. So if these are mergeable, so now we need to extend our merge thing. So again, if we look at the diagram, so initially what was there? Initially 1 comma 3 was the only current merged interval, but now we need to extend this merged interval from 1 comma 3 to 1 comma 6. So the starting point will remain same because it is already in the sorted order, but ending point will change. Now ending point will depend upon whether we need to take the current's last value or interval's last value. So whatever is the maximum, we will take that. So what we will do, we can say that current's first value will remain same, but current's last value, so current's one value will become what? Maximum of current 1 comma interval of I comma 1, 1. So this is how we'll be updating the or extending our interval. But what if it is not overlapping? What if it is not overlapping? So let's see again with the help of the same example. So in this case you have seen 8 comma 10 was not overlapping. So till now what we have done, we have merged this particular thing, we have merged this thing. So now this 8 comma 10 is not overlapping, like it is not overlapping, so it is not mergeable. So it's okay, keep it as it is and make it as a single merged interval and move on to the next interval. So that is what we will be doing. So make that particular interval as the single merged interval. So what we can do, so we will make current equal to interval of I. So now our new current will be this particular thing, and before that we need to push into our result also. So we will declare a result also, which will be the actual merged everything together. So result dot push back the previous current one that we have created. So when we are coming to 8 comma 10, this 1 comma 6 was already merged, so we need to take this in take this merged thing into our answer and then move towards the next interval. So we have taken care of that thing. Before moving to the next interval, we have merged that and pushed it into our result. Now nothing is overlapping, so new merged interval be the interval itself, current interval. So we can just declare one 2D vector of integer result, and let's say if in the end something is still remaining in the end, so we can just push it again, result dot push back current. So why this is the thing? So let's say instead of 8 comma 10, let's let's say instead of this 15 comma 18, you had something like 9 comma 16. So forget about this thing. So this will get merged, but after this there is nothing, the intervals got over. So now this got actually merged but didn't got pushed into our actual result vector that we have created. So in the end, if such case is there, so just push the last result that you have of the merged interval into our result, and in the end just return the result. So this is what the code looks like. So let us try to submit this. So till then I can see the chat, there is some error. Current dot push back interval of 0, sorry, interval of, right, is correct, right, interval of 0 comma 0 and current dot push back this would I think do it. there is error. Wait. Sorry, we can just write simply like this: intervals of 0. Yeah, the same thing that we have done here, equal to. We don't need to push back, obviously. We just need to equate that. So yeah, it gives correct answer on the example test case. Let us try to submit this. And yeah, it got accepted. So I hope you understand this particular problem. So let us take chats now. So Dhruv is asking, can we use heap in this question, as if we put in heaps we automatically get items in sorted manner? Uh, Heap is used to like to get something in on basis of priority. Here we do not need to have anything to do with the priority. Instead we need to merge them, and sorting is just a part of that thing. We like no, heap will not be applicable in this case. I also did BSc CS and scored 99.50 in MCA CET, and now going VGTI hospital. Okay. From which college are you, bro? So I am currently working as software engineer, full stack developer role, with 1.5 of 5 years of experience. I have completed my college. The college that I was from was PDPU, Gandhinagar. Intervals of 0 is the vector, and you stored it in. Yeah. So I basically corrected that. Aryan Singh, thank you for pointing it out. I actually did hear correctly, but initially I did it wrong. So yeah, that was the thing. Thanks for pointing out. So what will be the optimal solution of this? This is the optimal solution, right? The time complexity is n log n plus O of n, so it becomes naturally O of n log n only. So I don't think O of n solution for this exists or not. I don't think it exists. If somebody has done it, I don't know. Yeah, there is some O of n solution, you might think, but I would prefer to go with this O of n log n solution, because this technique of merge interval will be very useful in many of the other problems as well. So I, even if there is O of n technique solution, I would still prefer this one. It depends. If you want to learn O of n, you can learn it. So yeah, we will be just doing these 3 problems, and for now we can just discuss in chat if something you want to ask for like next 15 to 20 minutes, and then we will just end the stream. So if there are no if there are no questions, we may end it now also. There is no problem in that. So we can remove this. So yeah, if there are no questions, we can just end the stream right now. DSA in JSPY is wrong call. Uh, yeah, DSA is generally preferred in C++ and Java. So you can choose from C++ or Java. Joga Bonito, yes, I am just unaware, but I got it. Will try your customized sheet. Yeah, you can try my sheet. I'm not forcing you to use my sheet, but yeah, if you want, you can use that. I'm having problem in DP and backtracking. Should I revise recursion again? Yeah, recursion is backbone of backtracking and DP. Like, yeah, you should revise recursion if you are if you are struggling with DP kind of problems and backtracking. Sir, I am sending you my resume on LinkedIn. Can you check it out? Yeah, after this stream, I'll check it out and get back. Like, I'll just review it and message you. So, Aryan Singh, good night, sir. Yeah, Aryan, good night. We'll be also just ending this stream within 10 to 15 minutes from now. What's your topic for tomorrow in case if you are streaming? Yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow. I haven't decided any topic. I generally pick obviously 2 DP problems or 3 DP problems. If I pick 2 DP problems, I make sure one I also choose a graph problem as well. So like in yesterday's stream, we choose 2 DP, one graph and one hash map kind of problems. But I haven't decided what I will be choosing for tomorrow. But I am thinking one backtracking problem, the hard one DP problem, and yeah, if you have any suggestions, you can suggest me any topic or any problem also. So Mohit, hello Mohit. So tomorrow will be again joining at 11 p.m. IST. And on weekends I am thinking to like do a longer stream. Currently I am just doing around like 2 hours or so. I am in during weekends I am also thinking to extend up to like 4 to 5 hours. Sir, how you revise questions? I just solve daily challenge problems. So daily challenge problems are really good. It it is just built in a way that it just keep on progressing, and yeah, just daily challenge problems are helping me to revise the things because it gets covered each and every topic. So what's your current package? My current so I don't want to reveal these things because like why to disclose package, like let us keep some things personal. So I hope you won't mind. Mohit, congrats for the LeetCode t-shirt. Yeah, thank you Mohit for this. Yeah, I today only I got my LeetCode t-shirt as well. CM is saying please do. What to do? Can you just suggest what problems, what topics? Do your DP things and high level DSA on weekdays. In weekends, can you brush up the basics level DSA problems? Yeah, we can go with that also. At least 3 hour streams on weekends. Yeah, obviously, we'll be doing a lot more than that. Like, I was thinking around 4 5 hours. Let's see whether it is possible or not. Yeah, 3 hours will be obviously doable. 3 hours I have done like 2 days also, 2 days only, 2 days ago. I don't know, around Tuesday or Monday I have done a stream which was of 3 hours or so. So I have done 3 hour on weekdays also. Hello, I am finally a student. Hello Chinmay Gambhir. me check the stream. Bro, 270 streak, nice. Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you, Chinmay. And wanted suggestion on preparation gate or preparation for placement as or no. Uh, like it depends on like what you want to do. Like either you really want to do MTech or not. So if you really want to do MTech, you can focus only on gate. But you if you are that no, you need to take a job as well. So completely focus on job only, or like placement only. And somehow you can manage both, so you can just like manage gate as well as placement, because I have seen like people have done both at the same time as well. Sir, how many hours you need to work daily in company? It is like 8 hours or so, along with the lunch break included. सर टॉप के लिस्टेड वाली प्रॉब्लम पर सॉल्व कर दो. सो ध्रुव, yesterday only I solved top k frequent word problem. So yeah, maybe in tomorrow's live stream I will take one more top k problem. My ID Kumar, look mine. So pawn of thread, you can give your profile to my website, that is codetips.site. I will look into that. Okay sir, not disclosed, but you give us an idea how to negotiate well, how much your package was something. Initially, like you can expect around 7 to 12 LPA. And negotiation, I haven't done any interview in which I need to do like negotiation. There were no negotiation round. It was a fixed, like no non-negotiable it was. So like I can't give advice on that. I am unable to recognize any patterns. Tips please. I done quite number of questions in LeetCode in Java, but so Naitik, I would just say keep going. Like give some more times on problem. I give at least 1 hour or so to on one single problem, so that you can find out all the particular observations. And even that after that also, if you are not able to solve problem, then look at the solution and then think again why this actual solution worked and why your solution didn't work. Where was the gap? Try to identify that gap and then work upon filling those gaps. Do you know about LTM company? No, I do not know about LTM company. Good night, bro. Good night, CM. Good night. I am from tier 2 college, very low chance for placement. Yeah, if there is low chance of placement, so you can go for preparation of gate as well. So Dhruv has said, sir, oh Jay, I didn't understand. You can open your profile, just change your ID. Yeah, pawn of the board, I know, like I can do that, but yeah, like okay, I'll do that after the stream. Sir, I send you a message on LinkedIn. Please reply after stream. Yeah, Dhruv, I'll reply after the stream ends. If you are doing basic level DSA question on weekdays, I can practice it on weekdays. If you are doing basic level, yeah. So what I was thinking that on weekends I'll be doing something kind of like a stream on particular topic. Let's say on Saturday I have taken DP topic and I'll be solving like 7 to 8 DP problems only, from basic level to intermediate level. So if that would work, fine. Naitik, thank you sir. Welcome Naitik. So Arshita, what can I do if I have less time and want to do more problems? At least cover all basic types. So if you want to cover all basic topics, you need to go in some structured way. So there are many DSA sheets available, you can try out that. I also have my own DSA sheet. If you can see in the left sidebar, codetips.site, You can use my DSA sheet or any other DSA sheet if you like. DSA sheets are the best way you can in which you can do more in less time, because there everything is in structured manner and covers almost 80 to 90% of the things. सो या पॉन ऑफ थ्रेड ओके. सर मेरी कॉलेज में कंपनीज नहीं आती तो क्या करूँ मैं? Like I don't have any idea about that. If the companies doesn't come, maybe if possible prepare for gate exam, or yeah. Yeah, pawn of thread, I'll look it into your LeetCode profile and then I'll just message you. I am a third year student and I want to be SWE. So other than DSA, what should I focus on? Focus on like full stack development. Either choose Munch stack, Python as well would work fine. Then Java full stack will also work. Like you can go in terms of full stack. It is also demanding. Or iOS development is also currently very demanding. So you can learn iOS development as well. Flutter is also a very demanding thing. So development, making good projects in those fields would really help you a lot along with DSA. So you can do that. Ram Ayush bhai. Okay, you do want to get job, so you can try for off campus, but actually it is very hard because nowadays, like in off campus freshers, like you need to have a very you need to do a very out of the box thing in order to get an off campus, or you need to try really hard in order to get an off campus. So off campus can be an option for you as well. Bro, about to join a tier 3 college CSE. Before that I have time, so I am learning Python via YouTube. Is it a good decision? Because everyone says C++. Yeah, for DSA I would also say the same. Either use C++ or Java, but if you are learning Python, it is a good thing because it can help you in various other aspects in terms of development as well. In development also you can learn Django, which is based on Python only. Then if you learn AI full stack development, so in that also fast APIs are used, so that are also in Python. So in that way Python will be really helpful. But if you talk about just DSA, I will also suggest either choose C++ or Java. I am 2026 grad. I didn't learn any tech stack. Now I currently interested in agentic AI. Is it okay? Like agentic AI, I don't have much knowledge about agentic AI, so I can't comment anything on that. So do you get time to enjoy your life? This live stream is also a part of enjoyment for me. So yeah, in that way I do enjoy. Accept my request on LinkedIn. Yeah, Ayush, after this stream ends, I will accept your request on LinkedIn. So Devu Chakrabarti, for off-campus focus more on system design, as that is more preferable skill than just DSA and language mastery. Devo Chakravarti, you are definitely right. And also in system design, I would suggest focus more on like low level design, learn design principles, design patterns. If you can't cover all 23 design patterns, then try to do the famous 5 design patterns in very good level. Like for example, you have singleton design pattern, you have factory design pattern, you have observer design pattern, you have abstract factory design pattern, you have strategy design pattern. So these 5 design patterns you must do in the best possible way. Bro, Code Forces rating. So Raj, I am not on Code Forces. I only do LeetCode. I have initially in my first year of college solved few like Code Forces problem, but I didn't participated much. I want to show you my LeetCode account. Like Ayush Purohit, are you like giving me for review or like just like for any other purpose? If you want to give it for review, you can go on to my website codetips.site and you can submit your profile for review. It is free of cost. No sign up is required. Pawn of the thread, I am also sending a reply. Yeah, after this stream ends, I will accept everyone's LinkedIn connection request. Sir, in which college are you in right now? So I am currently working as a software developer from last 1.5 years. So I have already graduated from the college, but if you ask my college name, it was PDEU, which was in Gandhinagar. Bro, now I completed my first year and now I also completed Java, uh, and now I started the web development. Am I in the right way because I am from lower tier 3 or 4 college? Yeah, like you are in the right way. Just focus also on DSA as well. If you have chosen Java as your language, it is a good thing. You are already chosen a particular language which is good for development as well and DSA as well. So you can also start focusing on few DSA things as well. Maybe you can give 1 to 2 hours daily for DSA and rest of the thing for your web development thing. How many contests given in LeetCode? So Raj, I have given around 83 contests on LeetCode as far as I remember. So Devu Chakra, also DevOps like basics of Docker, Kubernetes, CI/CD, GitHub Action, virtualization. All these can also, if yeah, Devu Chakravarti, you are correct. These can also help you. Do you have any personal hobby projects going on currently? Do you get time for them? Yeah, so I have personal project like my website codetips.site. I completed like uh, maybe 1.5 month before only. So I was working on that website for like around 2.5 months. So I do make my personal projects as well. Currently, I am learning AI based full stack projects as well. So I am learning like fast API vector databases as well. So yeah, I do get some time to learn these things, and on my free times on weekends I do progress on projects. So Debrup, okay, I'm extremely sorry for that. I pronounced it in wrong way. So sorry for that, Debrup or Debrup. Rishikesh, bro, how to start DSA? Is there any roadmap or can I go with any YouTube DSA courses? Yeah, DSA courses will be fine. You can go with any of the DSA courses that are present on YouTube. Those are also in structured manner. They have a dedicated playlist for each and every topic, so you can go with that as well. So Raj, how many times have you solved fourth question in LeetCode? And one more thing, have you done CSES or something apart from? No, I haven't done something apart from LeetCode. I have solved a few problems on Code Forces, Code Chef, and then I completely focused on LeetCode only. And regarding fourth question, I have solved like around 3 to 4 times. Yeah, that's all. But I have practiced more of the fourth problems after that. But after that, I haven't given any contest for like past like 4 to 5 months. But in those 4 to 5 months, I have solved majority of the hard problems only in my LeetCode. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Really appreciate it. I'll try to join this stream on regular basis. Kudos to you. Thank you, Juga Benito. Thank you. This really means a lot. So, sir, how do you get a job around? How to get a job around? Yeah, you should for 6 to 7 LP job. A little bit of DSA and a good development skill will be uh, good to go process. So Dhruv Sarawat, you can focus like you can be a good make good projects in development and do little bit of DSA that can show your problem solving ability, and you can easily crack 6 to 7 LPA. Big tech giants like Google and Amazon etc. giving statements like their 80 to 70% code is written by AI. Correct me if I'm wrong here. so that sometimes scare all of us. So how much do you agree? So I don't like want to get all these things around my head, so I generally for now ignore this thing. Yeah, AI is now a big part of life, but it is that significant or not, I don't think too much now. I just want to focus on what I'm doing in my office and what I'm doing after coming from office, like this live streaming, my personal projects, DSA things, and all of that. So I just want to focus on that. I don't want to like uh, distract from anything what everybody else is saying and all of that. Do you know Coach Chef also conduct DSA contest? Yeah, I know Coach Chef also conducts DSA contest, which is their like starters contest. I don't know what was the name. I have given like few. I have given 3 to 4 in my college, the Coach Chef, and I think I have reached around 3 star. But after that, I completely like closed Code Forces and Code Chef and only focused on LeetCode. Can I go with Kunal Kushwaha DSA playlist or Striver? I would suggest to go with Striver's playlist. Sir, no, I am not married. So maybe at one o'clock we'll just end this stream. So for learning OOPS and Java, so with Kunal Kushwaha, see topics and explanation and solve questions for Kunal Kushwaha, I haven't watched uh, his videos. I have watched Striver sheet. It is a really good DSA sheet. So Kunal Kushwaha, I don't know. I can't comment anything there on that. But yeah, if you want to go with Striver, you can go with Striver. Do you know about Amazon and Google generating 80% of their code with AI? But I can guarantee Microsoft is generating 100% of their code with their own copilot, and we can see the outcomes. Yeah, like AI. Yeah, like I haven't much idea on what they are saying and all of that. So yeah, it's Monday Munch DSA contests. Normal DSA contests are on CP based. It was starter contest. Okay. Yeah. So this Monday Munch is I think it has come new, because when I used to give when I like 3 to 4 years back, there was just starter contest. Now in Code Chef we have 2 ratings, one for starters for CP and one for DSA called Monday Munch. Yeah, so maybe I'll try to give Monday Munch as well. I have given for CP. I have given 3 to 4 contests for CP in which I got around 3 star rating. After that, I have stopped giving contest on Code Forces. Sorry, Code Chef. AI से कोड कौन लिखवाएगा फिर? So I think Dhruv is yeah. Thanks for both of you, Rochak bro and Dhruvo. I'll start with Kunal Kushwaha and I'll do the driver sheet. Yeah, welcome Rishikesh. Glad to help you. My CP max rating is 3 star and DSA max rating was 4 star. Yeah, congratulations on that pawn of the board. भाई मैं अभी चैट में आया हूँ, एक बार प्रॉब्लम एक्सप्लेन करना. क्या ये एरे का क्वेश्चन है? या इट इज़ अ मर्ज इंटरवल क्वेश्चन ऑफ एरेस. सो या वी कैन जस्ट गो थ्रू दिस प्रॉब्लम वंस अगेन. So you are given an intervals which has starting point and ending point, and you need to merge the overlapping intervals and return the resultant array. So what we need to do? So we need to create a timeline in which we can see that okay, this is the current interval and this is the next interval, but we don't know, like we have been given the array, so it can be in any order. So we need to first create a timeline kind of thing. So for that we can easily iterate on the interval step by step. So that's why we first sort the entire interval array on the basis of the start value. Then we need to create a merged interval. So how do we create a merged interval? Only if there are overlapping intervals. So to see if there is an overlapping interval or not, we check what is the current interval that we have till now, the current merged interval, whether this interval that we currently want to merge, will it get merged or not. So we see, so what we can do, so you can see here 1 comma 3 is the current merged interval till now, and 2 comma 6 want to get merged. So whether it is mergeable or not. So this starting value, if it is lesser than the end value of the previous interval, then yeah, it is overlapping, so we can merge them. So how do we merge them? So the starting value of the merged interval will remain same, but the ending value will depend whether to take this one or this one. So obviously we will be taking the value which is maximum of both of them. So this is what we are doing. So when it is overlapping, so this is the condition for overlapping. So if they overlap, we will merge them. So how do we merge them? The starting value will remain same, the only ending value will change. So ending value will change on whatever is maximum among both of them. So this is what a basic summary of the problem is. If you want to understand the entire problem, you can just go back in reverse, and I have explained in detail, so you can just check that out. So Rikesh, so my CP, okay, this was already done. कुणाल कुशवाहा गोट है ब्रो जावा में. ओके ओके. Hi bro, I have a big doubt and I solved sheet of Fiverr. Okay. My LC level was Guardian. Wow, amazing. Sir, 7 LPA per month. 7 LPA per month, around 40 to 50,000. Yeah, around 50,000 you can get for 7 LPA. तुम्हारा ग्राइंड देख के अच्छा लगा, मैं सब्सक्राइब कर रहा हूँ. थैंक यू सो मच, रियली मीन्स अ लॉट. कीप ग्राइंडिंग, कीप enjoying DSA. Sir, how you tackle today's POTD? Can you explain? Yeah, I can explain, but today is like I already want to end the live stream. Maybe tomorrow we can discuss if you won't mind, because I also have a throat infection today, so that's why I haven't taken the fourth problem today. Otherwise, I want to take one hard problem also. But if I took the fourth problem, the stream would already go very long, until 2 a.m. or so. So maybe if you have no problem, we can take that problem tomorrow. And I'll be just ending this live stream at 2 a.m. Will it be any good to learn C before C++? No, you can directly go with C++. Sir, आपका passion क्या है? I want to be a good software engineer, and I really love solving DSA problems. So I want to spend majority of time solving DSA problems and related to software development things. Like currently, I am also learning low-level design and system design as well. Sure, sir, don't worry. My solution O of 1 for POTD. Yeah, so you can look for his O of 1 solution for today's POTD. See you, bye. Yeah, see you, Joga Banito. Bye. So yeah, at 2 a.m. we will just end this live stream, and we'll meet tomorrow again 11 p.m. IST. Okay. So, sir, you are goat. No, I am not a goat or something like that. I am just doing what I want to do. You are my hero. Thank you. Which year in college? So I am currently working as a software engineer. I have working experience of 1.5 year. I am not in college. I already graduated. But if you want to know my college, it was PDEU, which was in Gandhinagar. Bro, I solved nearly 200 questions on LeetCode, but some days I skip grinding, bro, and I forgot some topics and took nearly 8 months that I solved, but still I still didn't completed all topics, still stuck in tries and pendings, our graph, DPs, segment trees, again. Uh, I would just say that pick one topic, solve like all variations for that problem, and be consistent. Like even if you do one problem daily, it will just keep a memory map in your mind that okay, I'm still connected with DSA, and these are the ways I used to think. These are the observations that I used to make. These are the ways in which I used to recognize patterns. So even if you like in DSA, it is saying that even if you skip 1 week, you are still you still need to start from zero, and that is true. But if you have solved like a good amount of problems, even if you skip like 1 week, you still start from zero, but then it is easier for you to cope up because you have already strong foundation. So what I want, like what you should do is have a strong foundation in any topic you learn. So company, I am currently working in hyperlink info system. Bro, which language to choose? DSA, Java, C++? Like any language you can choose, both are good. I have chosen C++. You can go with Java as well. C++ will also good to go. No problem in that. Any openings in your company? My company only recruits for on basis of campus placements. So currently, like it has no openings. Sorry for that. So yeah, maybe we can just end the live stream because tomorrow I also need to go to office as well. So yeah, we can just end the live stream and we will meet tomorrow again 11 p.m. IST. So yeah, sir, you have job. What motivate you for DSA? I just love doing DSA. That's why. Nothing else. So yeah, we can just end the live stream. Like yeah. Uh, See you all again tomorrow. Bye bye. 11 p.m. IST. We will meet soon tomorrow. Bye.